This is a message to General Petraeus. Al-Qaeda have destroyed a hotel where the Sheikhs of Anbar were staying while they carried out negotiations with you. Many of the Sheikhs of Anbar have been killed. This is important. You can now seize an opportunity in this war to gain an advantage no American general has previously seen. Muslims are a people who conduct feuds. When any Muslim is murdered, the natural inclination of his family is to seek revenge. Muslims will conduct a feud to the fourth generation. In large part, the violence of the Shia militias against Sunni has been an organized feud to get revenge for the deaths of Shia family members. Those deaths were caused by Sunni insurgents and by Al-Qaeda, which is a Sunni group. Therefore, the Shia torture and murder Sunni men. It is as close to a justice system as Muslims can come. Shia groups have also attacked Americans. This is because they perceive the Americans as incompetent to control the Sunni. If you want to turn the tribes of Anbar against Al-Qaeda, you need only contact the family members of the sheikhs who died and provide them with a simple mechanism by which they can gain revenge. Negotiate with the sons as you would have negotiated with the fathers. And the simplest strategy you can undertake is this: provide communications equipment to the tribe so they can contact a 24/7 listening post, which is a dedicated tip line staffed by Arab-speaking personnel. Tell the survivors, all you need to do is find Al-Qaeda for us, tell us where they are and how many they are, call this number, we'll do the rest. Then follow through and make sure every soldier and Marine knows it is important to respect the tipsters as if they are allies in a foreign army. This is the best opportunity you will have to get Sunni Muslims on your side. Gaining revenge for the murder of a family member is one of the few crimes tolerated by Islam in which a Muslim may harm another Muslim. Muslims are patient in this regard. They will wait. They will watch until they find their enemies relaxing in a safe position. Then they will gleefully call in an airstrike or a convoy and patiently observe every detail of the violent death of their enemies. Your soldiers and Marines should be aware, when they mop up after an airstrike or clean out a nest of safe houses, that somewhere in the vicinity a tribesman will be watching with a video camera or a cell phone, recording the details of your victory to show his family. This is as important to them as attending the funeral of a family member is to us. And it is even more important to you, sir. The tribes need to see evidence that you are responding to the information and taking out their enemies. If they see that evidence, they will bring you more tips. So you must coordinate with your tipsters. They must wear a significant color or a type of clothing for easy identification. Take every precaution so that your men do not shoot the fool who's wandering around the edge of a firefight taking videos of explosions, prisoners, and corpses. He is your public relations guy for that firefight. The only thing that will make you successful in Iraq is to acquire your intelligence from Muslims, from the lawfully elected government and their soldiers and police, from the tribes and from the Muslims in the street. The last thing in the world you should be doing is sending GIs out on patrol to kick in doors and find a target. The target must be identified by the Muslims, or you are creating more resistance with every patrol and mission. Let me describe what's happening. You push them down over here, and they pop up over here. In Vietnam, search and seizure became search and destroy, and all the villagers learned to hate us because we got them killed. They knew we were a temporary phenomenon, but they knew the Viet Cong were a permanent part of their culture and they'd never get rid of them. So everywhere we went, we turned people against us. No matter how well we spoke the language, no matter how much we tried to understand them, we were not as dangerous as the Viet Cong. Every time we arrested some poor slob, we converted the kids in his village into potential spies and runners for the Viet Cong. This is because kids go where the power is. The power is always with local, cold-blooded killers. Inside the culture. The Viet Cong scared them more than we did. In the same way, Crips or Bloods or any local gang in any neighborhood in the States have more authority than the cops, because the cops drive through the hood and then go home to the suburbs. So unless we can turn the tribes by offering them help in gaining revenge for the death of their sheikhs, our authority will always be less than the authority of Al-Qaeda and the insurgents. With each door we kick open, we become less effective. Soldiers should not be cops. Soldiers should hit targets pointed out to them by others. General, if you don't believe that's true, stand a sledgehammer at attention and give it a direct military order to become a scalpel. Remember, in the Muslim world, you are not clean the way he is clean. You might have taken a shower half an hour ago, but you did not wash the way he did. And for that reason you are considered unclean. To lay your hands on him is an insult. To be in the house uninvited is an insult. To lay hands on his wife is an insult. To look at his daughter in her nightgown is an insult. In the Muslim world there is not enough paper to record all the insults you deliver by entering someone's house uninvited. And from a distance it looks like a Muslim who is entertaining unclean people. That can be a death sentence for him. But if you can set up the conditions under which a Muslim can come to you and gain revenge for the death of his family members just by pointing out a target, you've got the only winning strategy an infidel army can possibly use in the Muslim world. Muhammad said this: "The sword is the key of heaven and hell. One drop of blood shed in the cause of God, a night spent in battle, is of more importance than 2 months of fasting and prayer. Whosoever falls in battle, his sins are forgiven." A kid, General, an unarmed teenager, can run through the streets of a Muslim town, and by shouting that surah in the middle of the night, he can raise 2 brigades of riflemen. And I noticed they've blown up 3 bridges in Baghdad. Are they cutting your supply and escape routes? You may have a Tet offensive on your hands, pal. What holidays are coming up, and what percentage of your men will get Camp Liberty? Okay, GIs, non-coms, junior officers. The general may never get this, or he may think I'm nuts, and maybe you do too. But it couldn't hurt to carry double the amount of ammo you normally carry. And if you can get an extra handgun or a small submachine gun, you might appreciate the extra firepower. The hit will always come when your guard is down. So if there's a holiday coming up, like the 4th of July, don't go watch the fireworks in your flip-flops. Do the right thing. Never shoot to kill a Muslim. Unless there are so many of them, you don't have time to aim. If you kill him, you're giving him exactly what he wants. A few rounds in his legs, on the other hand, it hurts like hell, it's inconvenient, and all his friends have to come out and help him. Good luck, guys. I wish I could do more than warn you.